Hey guys, what's up? We are here with Vimp. We are already at episode 8, BladeMasterRUSH Show podcast. We got a lot of awesome Warcraft 3 things to talk about. Before we get into it, before we really hammer down on whether or not Reforged was an inside job, so if you're here from like Spotify, SoundCloud, whatever, this is on YouTube at BladeMasterRUSH Show. We got all sorts of other pretty face podcasts. You can see our pretty faces on there. Yeah, I stream on Twitch. I play BladeMasterRUSH, and Vimp is a YouTuber, Vimpgaming, and we gotta blow up your Twitter too, right?
Mm,
Vimp
yeah, I don't
Gaming on
really
Twitter
use
too.
other social medias, to be honest.
But do you want to introduce yourself better than I can?
Yeah, sure. I do mostly Warcraft 3 custom maps. Been playing Warcraft for at least, I would say, over 10 to 12 years. At least since the release, to be honest. When I was a kid, I used to play those DotA games all the time. And I took a big break, came back to it, and decided to make a Warcraft channel since YouTube has been like a big part of my life. And I don't know, YouTube is kind of mixes, I guess, the business aspect, which I enjoy, and obviously YouTube is super fun to just make content, consume content. So has been a platform that I resonate a lot with. So, anyways, I do Warcraft videos. That's pretty much it for now. And
You
yeah,
got
we'll
the
see if we'll
Assassin's
play the
Creed
video.
video coming, right?
Yes, yes. So I'm going to be playing two games. I'm going to be playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I love that game because I watched the series. I don't know if you have.
Is it like a Netflix thing? I don't think I've seen it. Or is it
No,
an
no, no. It's not on
Assassin's
Netflix.
Creed series?
It's not Assassin's Creed, it's Vikings, basically.
Oh,
No? Okay. But
guess I
yeah,
have to
it's
watch
based
it.
on the Vikings. I'm sure a lot of people have watched this. Like, there's no way. Like, you probably heard about Ragnar Lothbrok, maybe, or Who Wants to Be King, or no, none of them.
I'm TV illiterate.
Okay, okay, rip.
Yeah.
So basically, that and Cyberpunk, those games I'm going to be playing on the channel for sure.
Oh yeah, the 2070s. Did that come out? I feel like that was.
Uh, no, 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 it's postponed because it was supposed to come up next week and next month, and it got postponed for another month or something like that.
Just like Shadowlands.
Yup, basically.
What about World of Warcraft?
Yo, World of Warcraft was such a like. I always wanted to get into it, but I chose RuneScape. That was my path. It felt like there
Oh
was two paths. You
yes.
were yes. So I went through it was either the World of Warcraft, or RuneScape, and I chose RuneScape, which maybe was a big mistake, but it's the path I chose, and I stuck to it, and never played World of Warcraft.
Do you have any 99s or did you just?
Yo, I this is embarrassing. I played this game for so long and never got a 99, but
They're hard
I
to
don't know.
get,
I
man.
The thing is, like, RuneScape was for me was I always it was a big kind of how do I say this? For me, it was I wanted to always get to the like nice content. You know what I mean? Always play like do some PKing. I didn't want to skill. I didn't want to like train. I just wanted to go PKing, just consume the fun content, right? And that spoke a lot about me being, lazy and so on, not committing to actually the game itself and so on. But I don't know. What about you? Did you play RuneScape?
I'm a bit. Yeah, I'm Team RuneScape for sure.
No way,
Yeah.
really?
Like when I
All
was young, I
right,
played it, but I got back into it like 2 years ago for like a little stretch, and I was just relentlessly addicted. The 2007
dude.
Scape
What do you think about Trailblazers?
Trailblazers. I'm not really. What is that? I'm not
Oh,
current anymore.
rip!
Yeah.
It's a new kind of genre. It's RuneScape, but basically it's like a game mode, like similar to
Oh.
Deathmatch mode, and basically it has like
Oh.
kind of a you're placed in the map, you're all Iron Mans, and you have to like kind of unlock relics, unlock like areas on the map based on doing on kind of basic stats, or leveling up and completing tasks. And you get to kind of unlock areas on the map, and it's super fun. I've been consuming that content like there's no tomorrow.
Huh.
It's super fun.
Yeah. RuneScape or Jagex has done a really good job recently of like keeping that game like super alive, like Deadman
Mhm.
mode and stuff. That's what got me back into it. Was I just stumbled across it again, and I was like, holy shit, they like really update this. Like,
Mhm.
but
I feel for a game to strive would be to always get updates like this, like
yeah,
to kind of like make the game so different, or like not change it completely, but have add those like, extra it could be like an extra game mode, right? It could be like something completely different from what the game is, and it makes it more interesting. You know what I mean? Which I
Oh,
think
for sure.
Warcraft lacks,
Perhaps. Um,
perhaps.
so for Warcraft 3, I'm curious, when did you? Because I mean, I feel like when I ask people, I think the default answer is, I've been playing forever. I played as a kid, whatever. But when did
Mhm.
you start like playing Warcraft and you were like, oh, I'm gonna do this on YouTube, as opposed to other things on YouTube or something like that?
Hmm.
Or was that even a decision?
It's a good question, actually. To be honest, like YouTube for me, I've always been interested into YouTube because YouTube, I don't know, for me, like creating these type of videos, like I've always wanted to do this, like since I was a kid. When I was a kid, I wanted to like record Halo
Oh,
3 videos
that's
and
mad
so on. I
wholesome.
had that. I still have it right here. It's a Dazzle. I don't know if what you know what it is.
Dazzle?
Yeah.
Is it like a recording?
Yes. Yes.
Oh
It's
no, I
like
haven't
the
heard of it.
one of the most primitive like recording devices that like ever existed. You know what I mean? Anyways, like those recording devices, like you could use them for like console games, and you could record. And I never really got into it because when I was a kid, I like, kind of lacked that motivation or that like kind of execute factor, and I never really got to it. And now since I grew some balls and I wanted to actually get some videos out, and I decided to play Warcraft. And there's a big kind of there's a reason why I played Warcraft, obviously because I love the game itself,
Mm.
and because there's not that much competition, right? So that's what you need to do on YouTube, I feel like.
I creeped on your Instagram the other day when I was doing
Mhm.
the lightest research, and I saw your post like 2 years ago or something that was like, we just made it to 300 subs, and you were like just starting to do Warcraft 3, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yep,
I know you have a Fortnite video on there on your YouTube. I don't know if you
let's not
removed
speak
it.
about it.
So it seems
Yeah,
like Warcraft
Fortnite.
won out.
My viewers like to meme me about like the Aurelia montages I used to upload and on League of Legends and so on, but we all had a dark past, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's dope. I mean, I agree with you. I think the Warcraft 3 YouTube is, there's surprisingly so few people making content, but surprisingly so many people looking for Warcraft 3 content. I don't
Hmm.
know. I talked about this with an Insub too, because he like
Hmm.
kind of just got on this.
Yeah, yeah. I saw the podcast.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job with these podcasts. I'm really enjoying it. I'm listening to most of them like while I'm working, and it's good stuff.
Well, I think the goal, like, I feel like there's not a lot of dialogue in Warcraft 3. Not that there needs to be, but it was kind of just like, oh, I can just ask my friends if they want to talk for an hour and see what comes up. And there have been some interesting ones,
Hmm.
for sure.
I mean,
Uh,
yeah, I mean, it's not about only Warcraft. It's about like kind of getting to know the person, like for
yeah,
what that person stands for, and you just I don't know, building more relationships. I guess that helps for YouTube growth and personal growth too.
yeah, for sure. I think there's, particularly in like Twitch ladder melee Twitch, or sorry, I said Twitch twice, scene. Um,
Mhm.
there's like this. The viewers are only there to watch Warcraft 3, and they're not really there for the person. But these people can be pretty interesting. Like, for instance, I did one with Enna at Elite, and just trying to bridge that little like get to know your favorite orc or whatever.
Mhm.
But yeah. So what? This is a hard question. I don't know if it's a hard question. What are your like favorite custom games? Like, it's hard to
Oof.
choose.
You had to, eh?
Yeah, I was gonna get there
um,
eventually.
yeah, we had to. To be honest, go like hardest questions. I don't mind. Let's do them. I mean, might as well. So basically, I guess the ones I'm enjoying right at the moment, I like what like the new maps, right? Some like for example, random farm TD was a big thing at some point, you know what I mean? And then like pumpkin TD happened, right? Where that custom map blew up and a lot of people like started making content on that. And it was super fun because it was so different, right? But it was the same concept, but it was just like different, you know, and it was kind of related to anime and so on. So the map creator really did a good job to kind of I guess, promote the map and just make it more interesting and desirable to play for other players, to climb and to have that kind of progress system. But yeah, I guess maps like new maps that are trendy, like maps that are constantly updated, like we discussed before. Like Survival Cast is fun because it's updated a lot. Like Hellhalt, obviously that's my go-to. Um, what else? Info, Shoal versus Elves. I'm probably gonna miss a lot of them, like Angel Arena.
Mm,
Um, I don't know, maps that Werewolf that I play with you guys, you and Zoom are super fun too.
I'm terrible at Werewolf. You know, Zoom edited, or I don't know if the word is edits, Angel Arena.
Yeah, he doesn't really edit. He
I
just
know.
pretends to be a map creator or whatever, just to take the credit.
I love that. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Word. Yeah. There's so many customs out there. Like, it's pretty crazy how there's like literally genres of customs, as if it's like just, I don't know. It's just there's like RTSs, there's tower defenses, there's RPGs,
Mhm.
there's MOBAs. Like somebody can really enjoy custom games, but like it can be pretty diverse, I guess. Were there any
Yeah.
games that, well, I mean, Reforged, yeah, but were there any games that like, because I know you were making videos and you were tracking the progress of Reforged.
Mhm.
Were there any maps that you saw that somebody was like, "Oh, we're making this dope map for Reforged," and then it just like stopped like coming out or anything? Like, was there any missed
Mhm.
opportunities you noticed? Curious.
That's a good question. Let me think about that. To be honest, haven't is there a map? Because a lot of map creators came back from like whenever before Reforged, most of the maps weren't any like weren't any updates. People came back because of Reforged or the hype, right? So a lot of maps were kind of have been updated more because of Reforged and so on.
Hmm.
But there's no map in particular that or missed opportunity I can think of at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah, I was like thinking about it, and I was like, I feel like there were so many maps or map creators that I knew that once Reforged dropped,
Mhm.
they they were making like Footman Frenzy Reforged thing. Now Footman Frenzy
Oh,
Reforged
okay,
I
I see.
think came out, but I think there were some that like they just eventually gave up. Like I don't know.
Like
I didn't know if you
wouldn't you? Because the thing is, like
I literally
Reforged,
did.
yeah. See what I mean?
I have a map.
So yeah, War in the Plaguelands.
Yeah, War of the Plaguelands Reforged is now a meme because they were like, "Oh, just stop
You
making
gave
it now."
up.
Yeah, Reforged graphics are a
Yeah,
whole nother topic.
yeah, for sure. I mean, don't need to elaborate too much on that. Like we know, like Reforged has been like a complete disappointment, and it's like the graphics like don't add any more value to the game, and it's just like they make it more difficult to like it's everything is more clunky. There's like it's difficult for me to like log into the game and wanting to play Reforged. Like it feels like it's a disadvantage to me to get to play Reforged graphics.
Does it lag for you?
It lags. It's
Yeah,
clunky. Like there's no like the units. It's not smooth. Basically, that's
yeah,
like for me to like toggle classic to Reforged. The my criteria would be it needs to be like unnoticeable. You know
yeah,
what I mean? You toggle one graphics to the other, and I literally cannot tell what's the difference, right? Or just you see the visual, it's visually pleasing, and the gameplay is similar. For me, like whenever I toggle Reforged, I cannot play the game.
yeah. I feel like a lot of maps there's a mismatch in like sizing and stuff. I don't know how X Wizard. I think he always plays on Reforged graphics,
Mhm.
and I don't know how he does it. Like I don't know. I don't know if it's a desire or, but it's almost impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for him. I mean, it could technically like whenever you put like Reforged on YouTube or whatever, kind of clickbait, you know. But that time has passed a little bit. When a lot of people, whenever I do Reforged, people are tilted in the
Yeah,
comments. You
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
This isn't Reforged graphics. No, all the time.
Mhm.
Um, is there any map that you do play on, or like maybe not all the time, but is there a map that like you'll be like, oh, you know what? I'll turn on Reforged graphics. This works fine.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. There's some games that don't require too much, like, because the thing is, whenever it's micro intensive and where you like a lot of small decisions you have to make to kind of, and where visual glitches or units you cannot tell like the difference that require kind of the most attention. those games I'm definitely going to play on the classic. Let's say let's say some tower defenses that require a high like level of APM, maybe like Stronghold Wars, for example, or Pit My Peon. That's a game that I would never play on Reforged because you would need to just micro a lot of units, and it's awkward, right? But games that tower defenses that everything is like stable and like there's nothing is dynamic, then you pretty much don't have to move like green TDs or whatever. It doesn't matter if I play on Reforged.
Would you consider yourself a professional tower defense player?
What does professional mean? I feel like a grubby
Whatever you
touched
want
upon
it to
this.
mean, man. Whatever.
Well, he brought the point where professional needs to be like it's self-sustainable, where you can make money off of this, and it's kind of your job, right? And it's not the case for me, right? So I wouldn't say professional.
Okay. That's a
Or
good
maybe
that's a
tournament
good
like.
definition.
Well, it's either you've won some prize money for like tournaments, big titles. You can make a living out of it. I would say that would be the kind of main criteria for you to be considered as a professional.
It sounds like to me that Warcraft Olympics in 5 years needs to be rebranded to Tower Defense Competition with millions on the line. The best tower defense players.
I mean, I'm
Stake
working
it
on
all.
that, trying my best to make it a worldwide phenomenon.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I guess there's some simplicity to it, or there's just a really large community. But yeah, as I mentioned, there's all these different types of customs, but there are always new tower defenses dropping.
Mhm.
Like, there's not always new maps dropping because all these people had plans to make this map, and sometimes they stop. But yeah, I mean, like, there was like Farm TD, and then 2 months later, there's Pumpkin TD, and there's like still some that like come out.
Mhm. I mean, like some people still do enjoy like updating this map or creating maps, right? Like there's still people that are diehard Warcraft 3 fans, like any sort of game, right? Like you'll get those RuneScape fans that will play that game till the end of their days, right? So it doesn't really matter what happens to the game; they still will update it or still hope for the best. People that have high hopes for the game that so at some point it will you know grow back to a game that they would hope to be. But yeah, I think people like that are a little bit ignorant. Not no offense, you know what I mean? Because this game has, in my opinion, is stagnating and like probably decreasing in like player base.
So I've noticed. I have a
Mm-hmm.
meme question. Why is
Mm-hmm.
Legion TD the best TD?
Oof, ouch! This hurts right here. uh, Whoever asked that question, I hate you.
That was me.
Oh, that was you.
Well, people always tell me like, "Oh, Legion TD, it's the best TD, man. You
I mean,
play
it's
one,
one
you
of the
gotta play
most
that."
popular, right? So if you look at the top 100, like most played maps, Legion TD is up there, right? Um, to be honest, it's just like it has like a standalone game, right? It's naturally a really fun TD because it has a lot of strategy to it. Like the game could be very simple for new players, where you could build towers and hope for the best, just hold your waves, right? But it could also get very complicated where you can strategize with your teammates, make important calls that will serve different outcomes in the game. There's different build patterns. There's a lot of complexity to the game. This is why I play a lot of Hellhalt with a few of my friends like Oreo. We have a team and we try to like beat viewers and so on. But it's super fun because it's competitive. Like you can make it as competitive as you want. But yeah, that TD is like standalone game is super fun, right? I feel like it's a very good genre or type of game, like something like team fight tactics, right? So
I love your videos where the title is like, "Mika thought he could get us in Hellhalt. Little did he know." I don't know. It's just a great title. The Hellhalt competition seems so real.
yeah, the thing is, I love those games. And by the way, me and Nikon are good terms. By the way, I said that
I
it's
figured.
kind of clickbait, but it's funny at the same time because I feel like I see a lot of these like popular YouTubers that do this, right? Little did he know, like on RuneScape, right? I don't know if you know Torvesta. It's kind of a meme on his channel.
I'm not
Like,
sure.
anyways, okay, it doesn't really matter. But the point is, like, he does like those clickbait titles that draws in views because CTR on YouTube is super, super important. Like, what makes you click? But that was kind of a meme. I want because the regular kind of title, I always do the same thing. Warcraft, the game, and pretty much like addition to that. So I tried this something new.
Yeah. Do you wanna talk about your journey as a YouTuber? Kind of open question.
Um, YouTube, man, YouTube has been such a like an important thing in my life. I feel like it's just for everyone. I'm sure you would agree that for this, like YouTube has
Oh,
been
for
such
sure.
a yeah, like YouTube has been like amazing, like on so many different levels. Like it's so difficult to like touch upon every single aspect that YouTube has been because most of them are kind of positive. Like obviously it brought a little bit of negative, but I feel like the positive outweighed majorly the negative. But I mean, it has been like a I'm a finance student, by the way, at university, and like YouTube has I'm able to apply my business kind of concepts to YouTube and help
Best
me kind
best
of grow my channel.
analytics out of
Yeah,
anything.
analytic. Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, YouTube just has helped me like be more. How do I say this? Like I'm obviously if English is not my first language, as you know. I stutter a lot. To depend. I'm always like searching for my words, but I feel like I've been a little bit more um how do I say sophisticated with my language, and I'm trying to like learn how to communicate better. And that YouTube has been a big part of that kind of learning experience, I guess. And yeah, just managing a community has been massive. Like creating events, just being involved into communities, things that I wouldn't do in real life, right? Because I'm kind of like a introvert. So this has kind of helped me, you know, build a business, like relate multiple business aspects to it, like YouTube algorithm tried to pinpoint whatever it does and how you can utilize it to your benefits. And I don't know. There's so many. There's it's difficult to like. I could talk about algorithm for like an hour. You know what I mean? Because
Oh
I love
yeah,
it so much.
I assumed. I'm right
But
there. I actually didn't
mhm,
know English wasn't your first language. I
yeah.
never would have been able to tell you English is like perfect.
Thanks. So this YouTube has been a big part of that.
Wait, is it Romanian?
And yes, I learned Romanian as my first language from my parents.
Damn, that's.
Afterwards, I learned French, then English, then no, I learned Spanish first, and then English.
Have you talked to Zoom about this? We talked about this in our podcast. Literally same exact thing you said. Like Zoom like only spoke Russian, started doing
Mhm.
YouTube, and literally learned English through YouTube. I was like, wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Most of the people, I feel like you too, right? You've learned English. I've learned English in Footman Frenzy lobbies and DotA lobbies. By the way,
Nice.
insulting other noobs.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a definitely a form of English.
Mhm. Yeah, it's been like gaming has been a major part of my life. You know what I mean? Like learning English was a big thing, right? Where I've learned just to talk with people, just to understand conversations and so on. When I was I had very basic knowledge of English, but English, like, whenever I was going to school, I had the kind of Dota and Foot and Frenzy English helping me out. You know what I mean? So I was kind of acing
Huh.
every the course.
That's crazy, man.
Mhm.
That's so cool. Yeah, wow. So fun fact, you probably wouldn't. I mean, nobody would know this. I don't talk about this, but like I think I'm very blended ancestry. It's like every European country, but my greatest like if there's anything that seems to be the biggest portion of my DNA or whatever, it's Romanian. Because my great grandmother was Romanian, and she had to like flee Romania, something like that.
Maybe I know why.
Yeah, so I was actually one day, I'm really into language. I took like
Mhm.
Japanese in college and I took Spanish and I love language. Like I did computer science, coding languages. So one day I wanted to learn Romanian and like go to Romania and like try to get a passport. But also, for the culture. Oh,
Yeah, that's cool, man. Like
fun
Romania is
fact.
a beautiful country for sure. Like is it has its downsides, like gypsies and so on, but overall it's a beautiful country.
Yeah, I one time oh shit, gypsies. You said it.
Yeah,
Oh.
I had to.
I don't say gypsies anymore because I think I said it. I was saying something random as a joke on Zoom stream, and it was it was just like, oh no, Romanians are not gypsies, like this whole thing. And I was like, I didn't even. Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like Romania are kind of like ashamed about those gypsies because obviously, like they're all over the map at the moment. You know what I mean? So they're in Paris, they're like in every single country. Like you could see gypsies, and and they're known to like kind of steal stuff and so on. So it's kind of dirties the reputation of the Romanian people. But
Yeah, that's why I think that's why they were mad.
yep.
My comment was like, I had a girlfriend who a while ago who was Russian, and my friend was Russian, and I was telling him about her, and he was like, like her family like lives in the woods or something, and he was like,
Like a
oh,
werewolf or something.
yeah, bro,
Okay.
yes, he was like, oh, she's like a gypsy, she's like a Russian gypsy, and I was like, what? How does
What the
that doesn't even make any sense? Like, what is that? That comment didn't go over well. I was like, oh,
Mhm.
okay, don't talk about that.
Yeah, some of Zoom's viewers are Romanian.
Remy is cool, bro,
Mm-hmm,
and I gotta learn the
mm-hmm,
language one
mm-hmm.
day.
It's
Um,
like most language, like Romania is Latin based, so it's if you speak French, like you would understand most of what I'm saying in Romanian, for example.
so are you is your Romanian or your French stronger?
I would say French,
Wow,
definitely.
damn. Oh, you live in Montreal, of course.
Yeah, so
Damn.
it's French Canadian here, and
Yeah.
so Romania is I only speak with my parents, and even then I pretty much speak like French more.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm,
I was doing Twitch. Like I started the whole Warcraft 3 thing on Twitch,
mm-hmm,
and around when Reforged dropped, I remember just sort of like, and I think most Twitch streamers feel this way for Warcraft 3. But I was like, why would I do YouTube? Like I just didn't even consider YouTube. But basically, Zoom convinced me to do YouTube, and I was like, oh yeah. And so now I'm 100% on this YouTube train. The analytics, dude, that's just YouTube is so good at telling you how your videos do. So good at showing your videos to
mm-hmm.
people. I can see
Yeah,
why you
so
chose it.
it's obviously a no-brainer. Like the like what I've been obviously YouTube has helped me kind of to understand how to like grow an audience and like where could you find the eyes, right? Because Twitch is good, but like if you look at any single like channel that tells you how to grow an audience, like Alpha Gaming, you probably know that, it, right?
Honestly, I don't really watch YouTube. I'm a
Oh, you don't
monster.
watch YouTube?
I
Ah,
just
I see, I
post there.
see.
I like to read. I'm really bad with watching videos. I'm very big on
Okay,
reading.
I see. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, but like I said, like if you watch any like self-help like YouTube growing
Yeah, I'm aware of
or
them.
okay, you're aware of them.
Yeah,
So
people
basically
talk
like
about
the
them.
most important thing is to grow an audience elsewhere and then bring a transition it to like Twitch. That's like the
Oh
biggest
my
tip.
god. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I learned that
Yeah, no,
firsthand
so
cuz my audience is like on Discord. So I didn't even
mhm.
just do Twitch like, but yeah, it's too real.
Yeah, basically like let's say you have an audience on YouTube and then for example, let's say I wanted to start streaming you Twitch. I might have an easier time, to start Twitch because I already have an audience that will transition to Twitch easily, you know what I mean? So,
Twitch is really bad at showing small people to like viewers. Like they kind of just show the biggest people to the viewers. Like that's they don't really
yeah.
have much of an algorithm. They have really bad analytics. So it's like you're either already famous, you're a professional, or you are really good at networking.
Oh,
That's
that's a good
my
point. Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, yeah, there's like you said, there's no discoverability on Twitch, zero. So that's the issue. So that's why you play like a game like Warcraft that already has no viewership, and then you try to make yourself like a decent audience, and then you can transition to games that you kind of enjoy. But yeah,
Yeah, we had so much potential for Reforged, man. Like my Twitch was doing so well, and then it somehow is doing worse. Like
hmm,
somehow after they released the game, I looked at the numbers recently, and the Twitch numbers for Warcraft 3 are like worse. They're the worst they've ever been, and I'm like, what the fuck?
well, it's the worst game like rated at the moment, right? So you should expect the worst. So I mean, to be honest, like workout will help you to grow like a foundation to your growth to your I guess YouTube career. It's a really good start, 100%. You just need to know how to like kind of evolve and adapt to the situation. Like, I don't think it's too bad that I don't like to think that Reforged happening was a bad thing, right? It
It was
got
a
a
good
lot of
thing.
eyes. Yeah, it was a good thing. Like whatever happened, either if it was like amazing or like really bad, I feel like it's the same outcome for me. Like
Yeah,
it didn't change much. So you
brought a
just
lot
need
of
to
people
adapt.
back, like a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah, hmm yeah,
Um,
definitely agree.
yeah. Are there any moments where you had to adapt, or like any
Mm-hmm.
significant moments, like over the course of like, because I think you started like 2 or 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Yeah,
if you have any.
1 year and a half and or 2 years, I think.
Yeah, I was just going off your Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I was stalking you.
Yeah, I need to post. I need to get a new phone because my camera is broken. I'll start posting a little bit more on social media because I feel like it's important.
Here's my take on social media, because I basically started with Instagram.
Hmm
That was because I do photography and I take photos
hmm
and stuff, and like that's something that I've done. Instagram, just don't even bother, bro. You're
No,
better off like doing shit on Twitter. Like
really.
it's so Instagram is so. I mean, you should try. I'm not going to discourage it, but
hmm
they're so bad at showing things to people that aren't
hmm
hot girls or photos of like I don't know, man.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Like any single platform has their kind of own algorithm where you kind of have to like study the social media. That's why I'm pretty much like more focused on YouTube because I do what I know. Like me taking the time to kind of kind of get the is I guess just start Instagram or Twitter. It's just gonna take more time for me to learn. Instead, I could use that time to kind of uh, grow my YouTube even more, right? So it's kind of to see, understand the opportunity cost pretty much.
Yeah, do you have any cuz like we talked about it a bit like Assassin's Creed, but do you have any
Mhm.
hopes for like the next year? Like not Warcraft 3 hopes. Like are you like, "Oh, I really would like to start a series on."
To be honest, like I want to do. I want to start slowly but surely moving away from Warcraft because I feel like I'm still gonna play this like 100%. Like I'm never gonna stop uploading Warcraft because it's literally in my blood, right? I cannot stop uploading Warcraft. But I feel like it's still for me to like grow as a YouTuber. If I want this to be like done professionally and so on, I feel like I definitely need to like try different stuff. I feel like if you're doing the same thing, you can expect different results, right? So I feel like me trying different series, me trying different games, I probably want to do like 20 or 75% like Warcraft content and like 25% new game releases. So every time there's a new game, I feel like that's super trendy. I could try to like hop on the train, maybe upload some content, and I feel like people are gonna still watch and enjoy. I hope.
Will you ever do a video that's like 10 different ways to
I mean, depends. Probably not, to be honest. But
Oh no.
I mean, there's so many opportunities on YouTube. It's crazy. Like you could start this channel, like uploading, like re-uploading content from XQC, for example, and I'm sure you're gonna blow up because you put so much effort on uploading content, trying to get better at the game, trying to get better at YouTube or editing or and so on. We could literally just film XQC stream, upload it on YouTube, make a living out of it easily.
Dude, there was this one Warcraft 3 YouTuber. I don't even remember their name. They're like this. It was this guy who has a way bigger channel than makes sense to me. But what he did once, like 2 years ago, was he just like recorded Happy's stream, where
hmm
Happy did this like win 100 games and lose zero, and he
hmm
just posted Happy's 100 games, and like he gets paid for that. It's like great. Like what the hell? Like he's not even editing. All he does is just like he plays the game, he uploads it, and there's 100. It's like, oh,
That's the world we live in. Like recycled content, man.
yeah.
It's sad, but I mean, it's if it works, it works. Like people need to understand that, and I feel like I should have taken advantage of that like a long time ago. But I guess I'm so lazy, or I'm just tunnel vision on what I have going on, or maybe I don't know. There's many factors.
Have any? Because I feel like, I mean, I noticed it in your chat today, but if you had any advice for somebody who is like starting a YouTube, do you have any like You know,
Okay.
maybe like
I
3
actually
best
gave
tips,
that
whatever.
advice today. So the most important thing, I guess, for YouTube, um, this might seem dull or whatever, but it's the best thing you can do. Like 100%, like from experience, and I've seen a lot of like YouTube self-help and so on. Like people, what they need to do is like follow. It's very straightforward. Like let's say you're starting a game. Okay, always let's say first help, I guess, self-help idea would be find a game that is not that is a small population where you can obviously make yourself known as the person for that game. I'll give you an example. StarCraft 2 at the moment, no one uploads StarCraft 2 custom maps. You could literally right now, I'm giving it to someone that's watching this video, they could literally go out there, post custom maps of StarCraft 2, and you'd be the only one that posts StarCraft 2 custom maps at the moment.
Dota
Like
2
go
as
switch it
well.
up. Huh?
Dota 2 customs.
DotA 2. See what I mean? This is crazy. Like no one is doing this. Like this, if this doesn't blow your mind, this is insane. Like Dota 2 is massive at the moment, and no one uploads custom maps. Like if that doesn't ring a bell, I mean, you know what I mean? So that would be one. Second would be make yourself kind of involved in the community, right? So let's say there's custom maps, you kind of reach out to other people that make similar custom maps content and try to collab with those people. I think that's super important. Talk with a lot of members, map developers of specific maps. Try to get involved. I feel like that's super important. And always talk to your viewers, get feedback from them, and so on. I feel like that's why I answer pretty much most of my comments. That would be number two. What else? Also, like always strive to improve. Like always figure out. Like obviously, look at your analytics, look at what's working, what's not working, try to upload what's working. Basically, a lot of what I've been doing is uploading games that that works on the channel. Like if it gets a lot of views, I'm gonna upload that video more, because obviously it gets the views, so it gets more traction and so on. So yeah, just understand what the YouTube algorithm is. Like I guess top three thing from the YouTube algorithm would be CTR, click-through rate. So basically your ability to convert like a person that is scrolling through the YouTube feed, and why would that person click, or your ability to make that person click on your video. So like you can use your thumbnail or title or whatsoever. Second would be kind of engagement. So you need to figure out how you can make your viewers kind of like your videos, comment, and share, so on. And three would be, oh yeah, I think this is the most important thing, which could be like a category apart, but the most important thing would be kind of client retention, or returning customer. So that's the most important thing. Like the your ability to get a viewer to come back to your videos and consume your content again is the most important thing, in my opinion, on YouTube.
Yeah, they say always respond to comments.
Yeah, that
Like
helps
no matter
make that
what.
person come back. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty solid. YouTube's pretty daunting, I think. I think if I were to add something on that was just really simple, was just like, don't be scared to upload something bad,
Mhm.
because it's gonna be bad. Like you're gonna have to do it anyway. Like later, like he still has his Fortnite video up. This is just advertising your single Fortnite video.
I literally don't care. Like, go watch that. I'm proud of that Fortnite. I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
that's so important. What you just said. It's so like a lot of people. What they they think too much about, like they overthink the situation. Like, how do I do YouTube? Let me think of an idea. Let me start editing or whatever. Dude, just upload videos. That's all you need to do. And then from there, you kind of transition to understanding, or not to understand, just to like kind of improve the videos themselves, right? You can't just not upload any videos and hope for the best, right? It's You have to, like, there needs to be proactivity, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. How do you what? Where did you learn to make your thumbnails? What video? What,
Uh,
like, I don't, like, can you tell? I don't know. Okay, the reason why I asked that is because I'm obsessed with making thumbnails. Like,
mhm.
I love making thumbnails. I feel like it's an interesting like, how do you make that clickbait? I've watched some videos about that.
There's some secrets I can't reveal, right? But
That's
or
true.
else I'll have to kill you. But
Yeah. Yeah.
no, no, no. But to be honest, You need, man, it's what draws the views, man. It's understanding, like, look at your thumbnails and see what got the most clicks or what got the most views, and then you try to replicate from those videos certain aspects and kind of isolate targets, basically. So you like kind of you take a like test subject, you put that thumbnail out, and then you kind of do slight modifications and see what gets the most views, and then you kind of understand that that specific aspect from that thumbnail is what gets the clicks. And also, it's a lot about experience.
Yeah. Do you think your thumbnails have gotten better over time?
They're bad.
Oh, they're bad.
They're bad. Yeah, I
Oh
feel like they're
no.
bad. I could definitely improve them. I'm very lazy.
I'm like, I just love like I
What do you
used to do
think?
graphic design. I like your thumbnails. I think they're good. I think they're good.
How do you think I should improve them, or like what think I should do?
Mm, look at witties, copy witties.
Yeah, copy and paste pretty much. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this is actually a very important question. Do you make your own art with this Frostmourne version of you?
No, 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 no. I pretty much like most of it. No, no, no. I don't do art. Like, or else I would have had like most of those thumbnails done. But to be honest, like some of them, sometimes I do like side projects, which with like
Oh,
some
your
viewers are
thumbnails
arts
are great.
artists. Yeah, those are super fun to do.
You could add like I don't know, you know your Vimp Warcraft logo?
Hmm.
Do you do it in Photoshop or do you do something else?
I like I said, I don't do them. It's like
Oh,
I pay
somebody
people
else
to do.
does the
Yeah,
thumbnail?
yeah, yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, if they do it in Photoshop, you can add an outline and it makes it pop a lot. It's like you just add a stroke.
Mm,
I'll DM you after.
okay,
Yeah.
if you want to help me with that, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I could show you. It's a really easy.
Yeah, I
Uh,
see what you mean. Yeah, it would be cool to get an outline. I feel like it doesn't
yeah.
pop at the moment.
But no, I was wondering because I was looking through like you have. I thought you maybe were an artist secretly because you have
Hmm.
like the guy like doing the keyboard and then you have
Mm,
like the profile. And I was like, what? Wait, is he drawing all this?
I wish, man. No, no, no. I don't have the patience for that.
I'm pretty bad at drawing.
You have some viewers that are artists.
Dragalord?
Yeah, yeah.
Dragalord's a
He's
homie,
awesome.
dude.
Oh yeah, he's helping everyone. He might do some art from for Warcraft Olympics.
Oh, cool. Oh, we should talk
Mhm.
about Warcraft Olympics.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
Um. Well, let's assume that you know nothing about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I don't know, like advertise, talk about it. Like, what is Warcraft Olympics? How's it developed over time?
I mean, straightforward. I guess the Warcraft Olympics is like kind of a community event that brings in like a lot of content creators together, and I feel like it's an event that brings everyone together because at the moment it feels like everyone is like blindsided, right? Everyone's doing their own thing, and no one has done an event that brings the custom map together. Or at least for for Melee, it's another situation. Like there is competition, there is prize pools, there's a lot of things happening. But for custom maps, I don't think that exists too much. So I'm trying to like link up all the content creators together if it's possible into like this event. And I feel like this, if we could do it like 2 times a year, I feel like that's really fun. And it has been really successful. I feel like it has drawn a lot of views as people have been enjoying it. I feel like that's the most important thing is just like seeing all the Warcraft content creators kind of battle it out in custom maps and melee games and so on. So, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Like that's the event, I guess.
I love the chaos of it.
Yeah, that's the chaos of it is awesome. We're adding a twist this next one. We're gonna do a workout trivia.
Oh yes,
Yes, so that's gonna
nice.
be interesting.
Um, yeah. The next one's the fifth or the fourth one.
This is the fourth one. Yeah,
Fourth
coming up
one.
the 12th of December.
Yeah. So if you like Warcraft 3 and you don't already know about the Olympics, you should check it out. Wait, it's the
Yes.
4th of December?
No, the
12th?
12th.
Oh,
Yeah, kind of a Winter Olympics,
the Winter Warcraft
holiday
Olympics.
Olympics kind of.
Yo, do you know what maps? I think. Are the map is the map list solidified or is it like?
Not yet.
Not yet.
The only maps that are solidified or it's Pyro TD. I'm for sure gonna be putting that one in. I feel like it's a fun. We're gonna do like a kind of cooperative touch this one, so we're gonna be placing people in teams, balancing the teams, make it a little bit more cooperative and like
I
team
like that.
oriented. Yeah, because the other one was kind of solo or FFA. So now you're gonna be forced to like put yourself out there, talk with your teammates and so on, and be cooperative to win the tournament.
Yeah, I think that's a great addition.
Hmm.
Because like when I was playing it, I remember just sort of you kind of just go in game to game, and there's not as much tying you to other people in between games.
Hmm.
That makes
Yep.
sense.
Yeah, for sure. Like that was one of the issues is that most of the streamers were kind of talking with their chat, not really interacting with each other, and I feel like that was a really bad because it's besides the point, right? The objective of this Olympics is to bring everyone together, get to people talking and having a good time, right? And if everyone is playing for themselves, talking with their chat, it beats the point. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna have that trivia, like I mentioned, like a lot of cooperative teams, games, like might have some melee 24 player. That would be insane, but and maybe some Dota.
Hopefully we
I don't
can
know.
figure out if it'll desync. I'm a big
That's the thing.
proponent
That's
of the
the
melee. It'll bring Insup in for sure.
Yeah, and Sup is gonna play for. He said that he's interested. Like if especially if we play some melee maps, he's gonna be down. I reached out to him.
Yeah.
He's down.
Hell yeah. Um. So what do you think? Well, I mean, as much as you want to talk about, what was like your least favorite part about Reforged, or is there anything that like was the worst, or I don't know, like
I
feature
mean,
lost?
like I would say people's attitude and the graphics, which was the change.
Yeah, the attitude. Yeah, that's such a good point. Yeah.
People are just so negative, man. It's like I understand that it draws views or whatever. Oh, okay, Warcraft Reforged is the worst thing. Like people had that type of attitude like for their own reasons, which we kind of ignore. But the thing is, like, I feel like most of the people like were really not helping the situation, and I feel like that's what makes the game like what it is at the moment.
Yeah, I totally agree. I feel like it's partly been an attitude problem where like everyone is just sort of like fuck this game, and then they like can't even look at any of the good things, even if there aren't
Yep.
that many, or
Yep.
just sort of playing the game.
A lot of people are sheeps, man. Online, it's insane. Like one person, let's say, like a popular YouTuber, is going to be like, "Oh, Recovery Forge is shit," right? And then the rest, all of his viewers are going to be like headless chickens, like following that whatever he said, right? They're going to be like, "Okay, bad game, bad game, bad game. Let's advertise. I have to like let everyone know that it's a bad game because this guy said it, and I'm going to say, and I'm pretty much the only thing that I work for or I stand for is whatever this guy says. So I'm just gonna, say that it's a bad game, and then people jump on the hate train or whatever, and it's kind of spirals out of control.
Yeah,
It's hard for people to create their own opinions.
messaging the secret guest.
Oof.
See if he's available. He seems to be out, but
Did he message? No, he didn't.
do you want to talk about like do you have any like hobbies or anything, or do you have any cool like do you flip cars, or I don't know, skiing's cool.
I skied a lot. It is my favorite sport.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, ski is one of my. It is my favorite sport. I skied like I was put on the skis when I was a kid, so and I just had to. I was forced to enjoy it, but at some point, I really did enjoy it. Like going down like steep mountains, like going on ski trips. That's also super fun. I have a business on the side. I don't talk too much about online because I'm not. It's not stable, and obviously because of COVID, it's not helping at the moment. So I do that, and also I don't know, read books. Have like a huge bookshelf. I pretty much read every day.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's dope. You should
Yeah.
like I have a bookshelf of manga, and yeah, from when I
Cool.
was like a kid,
Mhm.
and I was trying to make a just chatting background for Twitch because I was like, I have the green screen, but I was like, I should have a just chatting background, and I'm off. You should have your bookcase in the background, man.
I wish. I'm
So
proud
much
of it, to be
culture.
honest.
Exactly.
Mhm. Man of culture. Yeah. I'm really proud of it. Like I every time I finish a book, I place it on a bookshelf, and it's so much. It's very gratifying for sure.
Do you have any? I mean, hard question. Do you have any like favorite books?
Oof.
Or
Like most of my books have been like kind of self-help books, and I feel like those really helped me like throughout the years. Because like whenever you're like 20, you don't know what to do and so on. Like these books definitely help you like kind of set the tone and just like build a kind of a like a stable rhythm for the life, and it helps you kind of create a state of flow where you're happy in what you do. And so yeah, I mean the best books would be 12 Rules for Life by Peterson. You probably know him. So that's one of the good books I did read. There's a lot more, but I mean, all of them are super good. Like 4 Hour Work Week.
yeah,
Like there's a lot of
I've
good
heard all
books.
these.
Hmm. What about you?
Like
Mangas?
Habits or something.
Oh, okay.
The
This
yellow
one maybe?
one. Yeah, that one's dope.
No,
Oh,
not this one.
in French, I'm not
Seven
sure.
Habits. Well, this is in French, by the way, man.
Sure, sure. Wait, are all your books in French too?
No, 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 no. Like 90% are English. This one is French because I need to get back to reading a little bit in French because I'm losing the language or else.
Oh, I used to read a lot of the sort of self help business books, but I don't know. I don't really. I mostly read articles now.
I
Yeah,
see. You into media and so on? Like what the world is what's happening with the world and
I used to be so into it, and then there was a point like where Trump got elected about,
oof.
and I just gave up. I don't even look, bro. I don't open like.
Yeah, for
I'd
me
say
like
yes. I'd say yes.
a little bit. Okay, I see. Yeah,
Yeah,
for me like media is I try to avoid media at all costs because it's mostly negative. Obviously, everyone says that, but it's true. For me, like I try to focus on what I have going on, right? If there's elections, I will try to like get into it and try to vote because it's your right to do so and your responsibility. But to be honest, like media for me is out of the question. I just like to focus on whatever it has is going on in my life, pretty much.
that's that's pretty much the point that I got to. There was a point where I was just like, me being obsessed with what's going on in the world just does nothing for me because I'm not changing anything. Like I'm just
Mm,
reading about it.
yeah,
But
basically.
yeah.
Yeah.
What about like fiction? Do you have any
I
like
used to read a lot of like mangas when I was a kid, like Yu-Gi-Oh mangas.
nice?
Those were my favorites. I would like always buy those. You know what I mean? I would ask my mom to buy me those Yu-Gi-Oh mangas. But yeah, I feel like that's the fiction. I don't really read fiction, to be honest. I don't really enjoy it either.
Do you have a favorite anime?
One Punch Man.
One Punch. All right, sick.
That's the only one I really watched, to be honest.
What about your body pillow? Who is she?
Body Pillow. Oh, that's Drago made me that, and I don't know. For some reason, people think I'm a weeb, and I just had to commit to it.
Oh, oh, I see. It's not you actually holding the body pillow.
No, no, no.
Damn. So is that you don't have a body pillow back like behind that camera?
I wish I maybe I do. I guess
Not like I think
you'll never
Zoom
know.
does, right?
Zoom, yeah, Zoom. I mean, that's his girlfriend, so don't be
Yeah, true,
sensitive about
true.
it. Feels bad. Yeah.
Word. So what do you do you have any like what are you enjoying about streaming right now or YouTube right now? Like in the very present? Is there
Hmm.
anything on the
I've been
horizon?
trying. Like YouTube has kind of like for me that's why I want to try something new. It has been kind of stagnant in such a way, you know what I mean, where you're not there's nothing really happening, right? It's like slow progress and there is nothing like stimulating about YouTube. It's just you uploading daily content, and that's what I wanted to try to do. Something else was to obviously take the videos and like make a better viewing experience for the viewers, because I know like I want to value time as much as possible. I talked a bit about like client or viewer retention and them coming back to watch the videos. So I want to try to make like a video where it's interesting. It has like a kind of a storyline where it's more captivating than the usual raw gameplay of Warcraft, right? Which you can see everywhere else, right? So I want to give that extra spiciness to the videos. You know what I mean? So maybe some narration, some memes here and there.
Stream
So
highlights?
Yeah, stream highlights basically. So that's what I'm kind of focusing on at the moment, and obviously new games coming up.
Awesome.
What about you?
This podcast, pretty much.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest, it's good. Like I'm enjoying the podcast. I feel like you're doing an amazing job. I feel like it's unique. Uh,
Thank
it
you.
depends like how many guests you get. Like I hope you get a lot of guests. I feel like most of them are interesting. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Well, I realized a little bit ago. Well, first I realized that Warcraft 3 was going down. This was like even in the summer, because like my Twitch, it was just noticeable. Everyone's like mad about it. And then I realized that at a point I was just like, I know all these like interesting people. Like sometimes they're weird, sometimes they're cool, and I was like, podcasts they're so easy. All you do is just be like, "Yo, you want to talk for an hour?" And um,
it's
I
good
love it.
content.
This is it's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure, man. Like I definitely agree. I feel like in YouTube or whatever, you have to make a kind of content that is unique, right? That's what's important. And you're definitely making something very unique. No one is doing this. Like I think Todd is doing like his town hall,
yeah.
which
There's
is awesome.
pretty much just Todd's town hall.
Hmm. Yeah, which is cool. He's bringing like melee people, discussing topics, patches, and whatever everything related to melee. But yeah, custom maps. I don't think that exists. So you're the only one doing it, which is awesome. Good for you, man.
Yeah, and there's I learned you might have a similar experience, but especially in customs, I've met some really like interesting people. Like like it would make for a great like I don't know if you know Cracker Snatcher. Episode 4
No, I
was
don't.
Cracker Snatcher. That
Mhm.
was that was lovely.
Oh, I heard of the guy. Yeah, I heard of
Yeah,
the guy.
yeah. But also map makers. I know a lot of map makers, so I wanted to try to get map makers on. But
Hmm.
map makers, for whatever reason, they're like super reclusive. So pretty much every map maker has rejected me, and I'm like, damn.
Really?
Because I was like, I'm not offended. I just thought it would be cool for them to talk about the map because some of them have been making the map for like 10 years or some shit.
Hmm. I mean, like any type of podcast, like obviously, yeah, I mean, like it's always going to be interesting to hear other people's opinions on, Reforge and so on, like on maps. I feel like it could apply to like specific audience. It depends what people want to see, but I feel like podcast is such a good idea, and I feel like as long as you get like different type of people, you're always going to be set.
Yeah, I think I suggested it to Zoom, but you should definitely try to do. You could do a town hall. Or I don't know if you meant.
Hmm.
I don't remember, but I've definitely said it to somebody. But you should do a town hall for the Warcraft Olympics, like after or something.
I see. I see.
Yeah, you
That's
could
actually a good idea.
do a little setup like Todd.
That's actually a good idea. I was
Yeah,
thinking the thing is, so basically the integration of the trivia, that's one of the kind of aspects that would resemble, I guess, the town hall. So we're
yeah,
all going to be in Discord. I don't know if we're all going to have cams, but most likely everyone's going to be in a Discord call. We're going to go one by one, and everyone's going to have the chance to talk and answer some questions, and then we're going to put people in different calls, and like they're going to be have to work together to answer some questions. And I feel like that's going to be one of the aspects that brings people together and kind of talking. And I feel like it helps, right?
yeah. You're right. Yeah, you told that'd be dope. I know the
Hmm.
big streamers they do it all the time too with like 12 people. So there's a way to do
Yeah.
it. Like they have XQC or whatever goes on some show and there's like 12 other streamers.
Yeah. I see those are fun to do from time to time. Which I've never thought of doing like a podcast or whatever, but I'm glad to be here and I'm happy you're doing it too.
Oh yeah, no, thanks for being on. I
Mhm.
definitely ran out of questions, and our Obama has not. Obama's
Rip.
busy right now.
Okay,
Yeah,
I see. I see.
so
The secret guest, man,
the
feels bad.
secret guest. Who was the
Guess we'll.
secret guest?
Yeah, I guess we'll.
Can you
The
reveal
viewers
that?
will never know.
Damn. There was like some secret guest
Oh, I see.
from like a while
Um,
ago, right?
yeah. So basically, we wanted to. Okay, so like this idea has been done a lot, but we wanted to rent an e-girl
Oh my
to play
god,
Warcraft Reforged with us.
that was the secret guest.
Yeah.
Does anybody else know this?
No, I think like
Oh my
well,
god,
some of my viewers do,
the
yeah. But
bombshell
yeah,
reveal.
yeah, we wanted to do
Whew.
like because Zoom, we're kind of memeing at the fact that Zoom wasn't able to get like girlfriends or were like kind of Warcraft cringe frogs, and we wanted to make a not a series, but just an episode where we're actually getting girlfriends online, paying for girlfriends online to play Warcraft with us, which would have been embarrassing,
Yeah,
but funny at the same
why
time.
did it not work out?
We're still gonna do it. We're just lazy and just kind of like execution problems, I guess.
Yeah, I would be nervous. Offered
I'm
a
not
ready
really
date.
nervous. I feel like it needs to be staged a little bit where, it's interesting for the viewers. It's not just like us talking to a girl and
What if
there's
she
nothing
doesn't like
happening. It
you?
needs
Makes me
yeah, we get
nervous.
yeah, just ask her like funny questions or like make her your girlfriend or whatever. I feel like that would be the best way to play.
Okay, that's hilarious. I was expecting like some person who did this and that, but renting e-girls.
Sounds like a good idea, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yikes.
Word. Well, it's also exactly an hour, which is perfect. I don't know if you want to. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, I feel like we touched upon like pretty much everything. I don't know if I have like any. I think we pretty much said everything, right?
Yeah.
Talked about the Olympics. Talked about the YouTube, them social medias,
Are you a
right?
SoundCloud rapper secretly?
No, but I could drop a sick rap freestyle if you want.
Really?
No, Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god! Whoa, that would be sick.
Imagine I had a rap prepared and stuff.
That would be dope. I
Yeah,
I have a music video. You should check out my. I'm trying to be a rapper.
really.
I'll send it to you.
Okay,
It's
okay.
starting.
I think I
It's
saw a little bit of your music. The only thing that's the lights in the back. I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie, it kind of tilted me,
Oh really? It was like too much.
dude. I wasn't able to like the music was.
Oh,
It's just the music was like, oh my
too
god.
much seizure.
Yeah, too
Yeah.
much seizure.
I
I was
should put a
like, I
seizure
was bad
warning
tripping. Not gonna
actually.
lie, I thought I had like mushrooms or something.
That was the point. All right, fair enough.
But good stuff, dude. I'm liking the fact that you're trying different stuff. It's really cool. I feel like the fact that you're trying different, music. I feel like you're doing podcasts. You're trying different type of contents and so on. I feel like that's how people should approach YouTube. I feel like
Yeah.
you're
Follow
doing a
your
good job. You
dreams.
just need to double down on certain aspects, I think.
Yeah. All right, cool. So yeah, much love. Thank you guys for listening, watching. Yeah, again, if you're here from Spotify, SoundCloud, whatever, check it out on YouTube. We have visuals. There's so much you are not looking at that you should be looking at. Hit that subscribe button, comment, like, etc. I'm BladeMasterRUSH. Thank you for being on Vimpgaming. You can check out his YouTube at Vimpgaming, his Twitter at Vimpgaming, where he posts Warcraft 3 content and the occasional Fortnite video. I think one.
One every year.
Very occasional. But I don't know. Do you have any concluding remarks?
Thank you for having me. This was super fun. I feel like this should have been. I feel like we should do this more often. I feel like I love talking with Zoom, for example. Me and Zoom, we literally talk for hours on that, and then just talk about like fun topics. And I feel like this could be done more in the future.
Yeah. When he
And
returns from his service in the army.
yeah, whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thank you for having me. That was super fun. I'll try to advertise this as much as possible. So people my viewers subscribe to Blade, click that red button underneath, click that bell notification, like the video. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you. Yeah, much love. Have a great day.